From when
Why
I
are
was a
you
kid.
crying?
Why am I crying?
Yeah.
Because I'm happy for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm really proud of you.
So what's the lowdown you're going to get?
Oh, I'm just going to find out all the lowdown
Yeah.
on Steve's childhood before he came to Australia.
Yeah.
And Susan wants to know why I'm crying. And I said, because I was so happy for her.
Oh, thank you very much. You're such a
I'm so
dear.
proud of you.
Do you have to let it linger? Oh, I thought the world of you. I thought nothing could go wrong, but I was wrong. I was wrong. If you could get by, trying not to lie, things wouldn't be so confused, and I wouldn't feel so used. But you always really knew I just wanna be with you, and I mean so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? And I mean so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger?
Steve used to be my badminton partner, and we never actually won anything, but it was pretty good fun playing with him.
Solidarity.
What was he doing again?
He's got drinking. He's renowned for having a case of beer in his back pocket of his car and I'm
It was our best man, so all I can say is well done, you old bugger.
We just remember the first day that they met is Susan wants us to check Steve out, so they'll remember this one. Oh, sorry. It's all right.
The bakery.
We bought the Brumbies bakery franchise at Salamander Bay.
Hi Steve, I wish you and Susanna all the happiness in the world. I remember when you first met and we had a lot of fun making decisions about who you were dating, so congratulations. And I want to be the godmother to your first child. Cheers, have a great honeymoon.
Steve, I've been around for a little while and I thought I'd offer you a little bit of advice. You're a man who's used to computers and working with computers. It's a funny thing, you know, a wife is like a computer. Keep it covered at night, look after it, treat it gently. Remember that if you want to use it, it's got to be turned on. But if it's turned off, you'll never get anything out of it at all. One other little bit of advice about a woman too is that remember that if ever the hard drive fails, a floppy will always do the trick. Good luck, mate.
Margot is his sister's godmother.
So you've known Stephen since he's a little fella?
Okay, you were born.
To Steve and Suzanne, from me and Carol, wish you all the best, and also Stay Right Pest Control will give you a free spray on your house as a bonus, as a present to your wedding. Give me a call at the office as a free spray for your house only, okay? Bye, Steve. Thank you.
All the best.
Heavy?
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, the MC. What the MC will do is say, now.
Tired. Thank you. You want your camera back or what? Got lots of photos, isn't it?
A big chew from the end, from the...
Nice to have a few friends around you tonight.
Pardon?
Nice to have a few friends with you tonight.
Oh, yes. Not many, though, although I've made
And it's not normal at your son's wedding. You should know at least half the people, shouldn't you?
Yeah, that's just what I said.
We've got some lovely people waiting outside, if you'd like to see them. I'd first like to introduce Alan and Charlotte Herring. Here they come now. Charlotte now. And for our second couple, we have Beryl Werner, accompanied by Peter Collins. Couple number 3, perfect match. Gary Wilson and Savani Wilson. And here they come. We've been waiting for this couple. Steve and Suzanne Turner.
Love is in the air, in the whisper of the tree. Love is in the air, in the thunder of the sea. And I don't know if I'm just dreaming, don't know if I feel safe, but it's something that I must 'cause you're something that I must believe in. And you're there when I reach out for you. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. Love is in the air. Every sight and every sound. And I don't know if I'm being foolish. Don't know if I'm being wise. But it's something that I must believe in. And it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air. Love is in the air. Oh, oh, oh,
This is Brendan. And this is Paul. And it's good night from me and good night from him. Yeah, is that how it goes? I think we just want to wish you a happy marriage. And what do you want to say?
And and have a very good night. We're going pretty slow at the moment, but we'll get partying later on.
The food was great.
Zenna and Stephen. Welcome to Noah's. Hope you enjoy your meal. I'm the chef, Michael. Hope you enjoy your night and have a wonderful evening at Noah's.
All right, here we go. We're about to do the speeches, and first on the list is Alan Herring. Can he come up and say a few words? Thank you, Alan.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you to you all for being here, right, and just to say what a privilege it is that Susan's asked me to give her away today. But in an age of instant everything, I just thought it was opportune that perhaps I share with you a couple of the secrets that I've learnt along my journey about what makes a happy marriage. And before I ask you to drink a toast for Susan and Steve, I just want to share these thoughts with you. I recently went to an anniversary celebration for some close friends called Betty and Harold, and they celebrated on this particular day 70 years of marriage. And at the celebration I asked Harold and Betty what was the secret of 70 years of marriage. Many people don't even get to be 70 years old, but to actually get to 70 years of marriage I thought was an astounding feat. And Harold said to me, Alan, he said, on our wedding day, he said, we agreed to a couple of very simple rules. He said, I agreed to stay out of the kitchen, and she agreed to stay out of my workroom. Right? And he said, did you hear that? Now, Betty said to him and to me, I've never been in his workroom. And he said, with a wink in his eye, I can't say the same about the kitchen. Now, there's something very special about that, because after 70 years, this couple really had the love and respect for each other that must have been evident on their wedding day. And I ask that Stephen and Susan, if you can try and emulate that, I'm sure you'll have a long and successful relationship. Now, part of that lesson, right, is about respecting each other's creativity and the space for that creativity, right? Give it space to grow, right? And encourage each other. But to do that, you have to share. You can't keep secrets, and you have to communicate. Communication, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. And if the real secret is to learn to listen twice as much as you talk. Now, there's a couple of other secrets that I've learned. Firstly, marriages are based on dreams and expectations. And our happiness in life has a lot to do with how we manage those dreams and how we manage our expectations of their outcomes. Sometimes on our path together, right, that is a little bit of an up and down. It doesn't always go strictly according to plan. And when that happens, you have to be prepared to stand back, right, and share and communicate and have a good close look at it. And sometimes you might have to say sorry. And I know that's very hard for a lot of people to do, but if you don't learn to just compromise a little and say sorry occasionally, right, I'm sure that your marriage will be like a lot of others, doomed. But if you do learn those secrets, right, you have the opportunity to just steer the path of your marriage through those obstacles onto an ongoing, successful relationship. I don't want to make this too long. Right? First, the next lesson I've learned is keep your disagreements out of the bedroom. Right? It is absolutely, strictly a neutral zone. Right? I urge you to share this mantra with each other every day. It's very simple. My wife and I practice it and say it to each other often. We even ring each other up during the daytime when I'm at work, and we say it to each other. It's very simple. It goes like this. I love you, I respect you, and I trust you. Most of us live up to the expectations that other people put on us. Next, I urge you to make intimate contact with each other every day, even if you're not in the mood. Remember that you're friends first, have fun, and enjoy your relationship. And finally, just try to bring some of the magic of the first time you were together into every day of your relationship. If you can do that, I'm sure that we'll be able to celebrate your 70th as I was able to help Harold and Betty celebrate theirs. Now, I'd just like you now to be upstanding, and I'd like you to drink a toast to Stephen and Susan. We wish you a long and happy marriage together. All the best.
There you sound.
Thank you, Alan.
No, that's the best man.
Now I'm going to call up someone you probably all know. Stephen.
Hoi.
Come up and acknowledge.
Hello. Yeah, you know, like, I do talk a lot, non-stop. Tonight, it's not going to be the same. I'm going to keep it short. I think Gary's got a lot to say about me, and I'm down to find out about it. But there's a couple of things I'd like to thank a few people. First of all, my mum and Margot and Peter for coming out to Australia. Sorry. I really appreciate it. And also for the wedding cake, which was done by Ruth and Philip Greentree from Brumby's at Salamander.
Where?
Brumby's at Salamander Bay.
Whereabouts?
They said, oh, we'll make the wedding cake. And I went, oh, Brumby's, okay, what's going to be inside it? Bread, you know? And I was a bit sort of like, oh, okay. And I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it looks absolutely, I was gutted when I saw it. I thought, oh, God, it's beautiful. They've done a fantastic job. I'd also like to thank Paul Hancock and his wife for helping us with the wedding. Paul has He's bought a brand new car, it's a beautiful car, and he volunteered to drive Suzanne up to the park today for the wedding, and he's done a marvellous job in his car, even put ribbon on it. He's been absolutely fantastic, and thank you very much for that. Also, another thing which you might not realise is the wedding dress that Suzanne's making, she actually made it herself. She can She actually came in from some dress place, not a dress place, it was a material place, and she comes with this big long piece, white thing, you know, and I thought, what is it? She goes, oh, it's my wedding dress. I'm like, what? So, a wedding dress or something, you know? She's been working till around about 10 o'clock every night for the last 2 weeks, and I was like, oh, don't you want to just buy one? But she kept coming down, she goes, oh, look at this bit, I've done this bit. And she's like a little shoulder strap like that. And I was going, oh, that's nice. And she put, look, there's the other one. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Then she does the front of it, and I went, that's all right, there's no back on it. And she kept coming out like, I'd not seen it on her. And she goes, what about this part here? And then next thing, the actual skirt started. And I was like, what are you going to do with that? You know? And I'll tell you, the amount of work she's put into it, it's unbelievable. And yeah, I think she looks absolutely fantastic. She really does. She's... Also, all the invitations, they were all done by Suzanne. I mean, I printed them out on a bit of like paper and all that, but Suzanne did all the little bits and pieces to it. She's really worked hard. And yeah, my heart goes out to her. I love her like mad. I think we're going to have a fantastic life together. Thank you very much. Thank you all very much for coming. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to do that. Thanks, Steve. Now to respond. Hey, Gary Wilson, come up. What can you say? How do you respond to that?
Well, yes, exactly. Pretty hard acts to follow there for sure, but I'll give it a go. Anyways, I'd just like to say good evening to everybody, and on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Turner, I'd like to thank you all for joining us today to help celebrate this very, very special occasion. And special mention must go to Steve's neighbors from Manchester, Peter and Margot Collins, and especially Steve's Mount Barrow, who have made an extremely long journey all the way from England to be here for this this big day. Well, today I'm the best man. That's funny because Steve's been telling me for the longest time he's the best man. He's the best man for just about everything, but obviously it's a great day because it's the one time that I don't have to listen to him try and say otherwise. Steve and I met almost 14 years ago, and it was a great time. We were both new to Australia, and we had some common interests. We were backpacking. We did the same sort of work. We loved parties, women, and beer. And of course, we spoke with exactly the same accent. Yes, Steve really broadened my vocabulary with such perlers as "E by gum" and "Ya right cock" and "boos," as in let's catch the boos to the city. It took me a long time to figure him out. I thought he was a real nutter. And we partied, and we drank loads of beer, and we had a great time. A few years later, I had the pleasure of staying with Steve and his mom in Manchester. We went out with all his old mates, and there I soon realized why he was so crazy. Because they were all mostly nuts as well. And they were really the nicest bunch of people you could ever meet. And they made me feel really at home when I was so far, far away from home. not long after that, Steve and I, we went our separate ways. My life changed, his life changed, and we did some different things. Only to meet up again some 9 years later, just by chance. It was the weirdest thing. And it was about the same time that the romance between Steve and Suzanne began to bloom. And so it has grown. And here we are tonight. So now Steve takes on a new chapter in his illustrious career. Gone are the days of being dead sexy and pulling insurance. He's truly mellowed. And settled peacefully into the coastal life of a Novocastrian. Not a Geordie. No, not Steve. The sun, on some days, the surf, and the life of the home handyman. And now Steve has he started his own business, and it's fantastic. Although many people are still not quite sure if he's asking for a doctor or if he's trying to sell graphics. When he announces he is from Art Attack. But I'm dead chuffed to see my mate so content and enthusiastic for what lay ahead for him, Suzanne, and Winston.
That's my dog.
Oh, Winston. He's a nutter too. But that's another story. No matter where he goes and whatever he does, Steve will always be great crack. And if you're in doubt, well, he'll be the first one to let you know he is. But after all this, I must admit, Steve is the best man. One of the best I have known, and I wish him and Suzanne all the very best of success and happiness for the future. I've also been elected to take on with this job to read a couple of emails and cards that have been sent from people overseas that haven't been able to make it here tonight. And the first of them, probably to keep in tone with the way the speeches are going, I'll just read from Steve's mates in Manchester. And this, well actually this one's from Alan Cantwell.
Yeah, Cantwell, yeah.
Yeah, and Alan's in
Canada.
In Canada, exactly. Well, strange place. And Alan wrote, you know, he emailed me. Steve gave me my email at work, and he says, Gary, you know, I'd be really grateful if you could wish Steve and his new wife much joy and happiness for the future. Hope they have a great day and everything runs smoothly. Well, I think it's been a fantastic day and everything's run really well. So we'll be sure to let him know at some point. He says he's known Steve for 36 years and has had many adventures together as they grew up. And the email was getting a bit long, and I actually had Steve have a bit of a look at it, and so Steve knows exactly what Alan has said, but we won't bore you with the details here. 36 years is a long time. But it says Steve always finds the right moment to play his pranks or tell jokes, and hope you get a chance to experience some of his humor today. Well, that goes without saying. It says, have a great time, Steve, and all the best to you and your new wife, Suzanne. And your longtime friend, Alan Cantwell. So that was really nice from Alan. And the next one is from the majority of the crew that I think that I met when I was over in Manchester. And it just says, hi, Steve and Sue. What is it this lady has to finally get this small, hairy, fairly good-looking Tom Cruise reject to submit to wedded bliss after a life of not quite knowing what he did didn't want and taking it out on anything that moved close to a bar or a dance floor. Actually, Steve, I think, actually added this one a little bit as well. I couldn't understand half of this stuff. I mean, the way they were writing, I mean, it was obviously more for Steve than it was for me to read. Anyways, whilst you are listening to this letter, we will still be tucked up in bed, as it will only be 4 in the morning, where we are thinking of having a little stag night for Steve's savoring and reenacting the many little quirks Steve has passed on to us over the many years, like number 1, going to a great nightclub. Number 2, getting slightly drunk. Heard that one before. Number 3, send a friend to the bar, then when their back is turned, disappear into the crowd and find something with a pulse. I'm sorry if not everybody understands that. We hope you both have a fantastic day and a glorious life together forever and ever. Best wishes, another drink, from Dave, Debbie, Megan, and Alexandra, Paul, and the rest of the Murphy clan. I remember that. And there's a few cards here as well, some really nice cards. I won't bother to read too many of the verses, but from Brenda and Ray, simply love the card there. To Suzanne and Stephen, love and best wishes from Avis and Bernard. Some of them may be here, I'm not sure. You mixed a few of them up.
No.
Congratulations and best wishes for your future happiness, Beryl, Brian, and Tom, and Alan in Canada, which is the email we read earlier. To Stephen and Suzanne, all of our love, Janice, Stuart, Ashley, and Hayden. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Turner, wishing you lots of happiness on your special day. Lots of love from Auntie Gladys, Uncle Robert, Jenny, and Katie. Kiss, kiss. To dear Suzanne and Stephen, lots of love and best wishes. Have a wonderful day. Lots of love from Mom. And this one here, yeah, this is a good one. This is lots of love from Marg and Peter. Margot and Peter, sorry. And this is something that we thought we might leave over on the gift table there for anybody who'd like to make a bit of a comment. It's great. It's got all their attendants, guests, wedding gifts, and whatnot that they can write down. And of course, inside, if anybody wants to write a little phrase or something for them before leaving tonight, we'll leave that over on the table there, and that'd be a really nice keepsake. That'd be great. So I think that's just about it. I'd just like to ask that everybody. Oh, you'd like me to do that now, would you? All right. There is a little bit of a gift that Paul's just brought to my attention. That's in front of you there, Stephen. And I think everybody would like to see you open that now. Have a bit of a look at what's there.
Pretty big chair.
Yeah, you might not know, but my company's actually called Art Attack Design. Art Attack, you clever son.
Bet you've never been called that.
And we'll leave some business cards at the door there for you all. But as before, I'd just like to ask everybody if they wouldn't mind to stand up now and join me in a toast to the bride and groom. To Steve and Suzanne, all the very best for your future. We all really hope the best for you. Cheers. Thank you.
I'll never forget that first day at Pitt. Me and Father worked a 72-hour shift and we walked over 43 miles through snow in his bare feet, hooded inside his clothes and out of old sacks. Eventually, we trudged off the hill until we could see street light twinkling in our village. My father smiled down at me, with icicles hanging off his nose. Nearly on now, lad, he said. We stumbled into the house and stood there freezing cold and tired out, shivering and miserable in front of medium fire. Then we wrote my mum says, cheer up, lads. I've got you some nice brown bread and butter for your tea. Immediately, Father went crackers. He reached out and gently pulled him out towards his big throat. You big, fat, idle, ugly wart, he said. You red-muscled, spawny-eyed, parrot-faced bastard. He had a way with words, my father. He could encourage you. You've been out playing bingo all afternoon, he said, getting some proper snap ready for me in this land. He explained to the poor little purple-faced man. And turning to me, he said, Arthur, he could never remember his name. He was 8 crown. Lived down to Chipolly. There is a nice piece of it for us tea. Man cannot live by bread alone. You were a late take to me, Father. He said, as our looking folk should have some dignity, pride and self-respect, and as our we should come on to something warm and cheerful. And then he threw the lamp on fire. We didn't have no tellies or shoes or bedclothes. We made his own fun in them days. You know, an hour lad, you could get a tram ride to town, buy 3 new suits and an overcoat, 4 pair of good boots, go see George Formby at Power State, get Brian's root, have some steak and chips, bunch of bananas, and 3 stolen monkey nuts, and still have children on the farm. Who was the things in them? Wicked, diphtheria, April. Living in the school, all that silence, thousand. All the little lights, painted coat, as we had names.
Isn't he tall? Jeez. Actually, what a big round of applause to the best man. He's done an excellent job. Well, I've known Steve for about nearly a year, I suppose, through our business group called BRG in Newcastle. And over this last 12 months, or nearly 12 months, we've got little attachments to that's pretty obvious. We've got Eric Lowe and Phil Greentree and his lovely wife, and Eric's wife, of course. He's become a part of our group, and the group is all about networking and obviously helping friends out and in business in many ways. And I'm sure from Mark Rasky and the rest of the group, of our group, would wish you and Susan all the best. You know, I'm sure we'll have you in our group for a long time to come years. Thank you very much. All the best to you.
Unless they make $1 billion, so I'm not going to join it.
That is excellent.
That is brilliant, Wayne.
That is excellent.
You can pay the bill now.
lots of money. Fake money.
Keep chewing away dancing. Everywhere. No one's looking at you finishing off your dessert. Just look at it.
Can I bell?
You can. Song, can we have the whole bridal table to get up and have a bit of a jig?
Somebody's
have a dance, feel free. You do tonight. Okay, here we go. Got myself into some trouble tonight. Guess I'm just feeling blue. It's been so long since I've seen your face. Actually, I've never seen his face, but it doesn't really matter. Sorry, mate. It's been no, I think of the words. This distance between me and you. That voice you start with is the one I define. And I am feeling blue. Oh, don't it ever again. There's nothing else I know how to do. I burn for you. What am I gonna do? Burn for you. Burn for you. Took my trouble to a bar tonight for another point of view. But there's nothing new. Oh, I'm missing you. I burn for you. What am I gonna do? I burn for you. Burn for you. I burn for you. What am I gonna do? Burn for you. Burn for you. I burn for you. How's that? I remember some of you guys.
Dreams there for those who sleep. Life is for us to keep. And if you're wondering what this song is leading to, I want to make it with you. I really think that we could make it good. No, you don't know me well, and every little thing only time will tell. If you believe the things that I do, and we'll see it through.
I see some ladies in the corner over here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All the guys, married, single, and otherwise, up the front. If you're under 70, all right, that doesn't matter.
We got to get
No hands, Stephen.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and when we got real blue, stay at home talking on the telephone. And we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? Will we still remember everything we learned in school? Still be trying to break every single rule? Will little brainy Bobby be the stockbroker man? Can he ever find a job that won't interfere with the tan? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like...
No, it's been an absolutely fantastic day, dead chuffed, and now I can relax, thank God.
He can go to bed now.
No, I'm going to have another beer yet.
Just
to sleep. And then I've got to do a bit of performing, I think, haven't I?